Okay, now here is what I'm going to use to make sort of a shovel, the bucket on a backhoe, and then I drilled two holes, one here and one over here, corresponding holes, and then this is going to set like this, and I'm going to take this section, cut it off about here, make an equal one over here, turn this one over here around to make sort of a bucket. And then this area right here will be sharpened. This is going to be, this little piece here is going to go away, and then I'll have sort of a scoop. We'll see how it goes. Okay, have you ever heard the expression, there's more than one way to skin a cat? Alright, well, now if you take this speed square, it has a position on here called a pivot, and I'll show that. Okay, right there you can see it, the pivot. Is I want to measure this angle here. First of all, get the surface so that it's filed. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, take your pivot, which is right here at the corner. There's two ways you can do it. You can put the pivot right there, hold the pivot on this point right here, and if you do that, then you come over here to this area and you see what angle it's at. Now according to this, it's 52.5. Then you can turn it the other way, placing the pivot at the proper spot, holding this at the proper angle, and now you got about 42.5. Well, I don't like that method. Now if you have one of these, an adjustable square, you take this, put it against your angle, and then tighten this knob. What I do is tighten it part way and then get it somewhat tight. Alright, there. Now, that is the angle that I want on my next piece. Right there. And to me, if you place it like this, if this is the bottom and this is placed like this, it's about a 10-degree angle, something like that. Alright, now, what I'm going to do with this? Well, there's two ways I can do it. I can take this, like this, and then here's the hole where the bolt hole is. I can bolt this like that, and then I will have this sharpened to cut into the roots, and I will have this area sharpened. Or I can turn it like this, put a bolt through the bottom, and now I have this sharpened and this sharpened to cut the roots. So either way it'll work. and I'll have my angle to cut the next piece. Okay, so this will be the preliminary configuration of this particular digger. First of all, there's a hole here, one over here. There's going to be corresponding holes in here and over here on this side. And then this part will be sharpened. This part will be sharpened. This part will be sharpened here, and this part will be sharpened also. And then there's going to be a little piece in between here that I can use, and it'll be sharpened also. You know, this is going to be sharpened right here, but this is the position that I want this, because this is going to fit between these two like this. Alright, so that's the space that is between these 2 points. So now I have to measure this space. It's about 2 3/8. This is this shaft right here. There's 2 holes right here. Or yeah, there's one over on this side and one over on the other side. And so there's going to be a bolt that goes through there. So that bolt is going to go through there. It's going to be 1/2 inch. Now there's a piece of angle iron. Like this. Another one over here. All right, and those are going to have holes through them. And then there's going to be a piece of angle iron right here. And this is going to fit between those two. 2 3/4 or 3/8. That little piece is going to be 2 3/8, and that's this one right here. All right, and mark the holes. Show you how I'm going to do that. First of all, put it in the right position. Take a white pencil, put it in the hole. There's a corresponding hole over here. Just sort of feel around until you hit the other hole, and then rotate your pencil back and forth, or round and round. Now the other one. And go around it with a Sharpie. Like that. Draw a center line. Draw another center line. All right, now that will be where the punch mark goes. Take this, put it over here like that, and now go around it with a Sharpie. Center line, another center line. That'll be perfect. And now when this is setting like this, there's going to be another piece welded on the back here so that this will not rotate. We'll see that how that goes. All right, now these two are going to be like this. Both of these angles are pointed so that it draws the roots into the center. And then this goes in between. And somebody might say, well, yeah, but you got two thicknesses over on this side. Okay, here's me selecting the right bolt. Well, now this one right here is 1/2 inch by 3, and it's under 3. I would like to have 3.5. What I found with this drill bit that I have, it says it's 1/2 inch. Well, if I take my antique calipers and measure it, it says it's right at 1/2 inch. It says it's right at 1/2 inch, a little bit over, maybe about 2 or 3 thousandths. All right, then you have your 1/2 inch bolt. Supposedly it's 1/2 inch, right? Well, this one is exactly the same. Well, that's not going to work because it will not go in correctly. It goes in right there, but if you get this one here, which is going to go like this, it doesn't go in. Now this was the hole that I just drilled. It's exactly the same. Okay, now I can drive it in, but I don't think that there's even 1/1000th of an inch difference between this bit and the bolt. Now granted, these antique calipers, they're partly made of wood and brass, and they are not exactly accurate, but I can tell that this hole is not what it's supposed to be, because the bolt doesn't go in. So the trick that I use is to take the bit, alright, now watch. Alright, now if you bring it in 90 degrees to the surface here, that's fine. But if you want to tilt it a little bit, you'll make the hole a little bit bigger. Now you can't, now this is a long bit, and you cannot do this on a real high speed. Whoa! That's what happens if you don't do it right. Better put your vise tighter. So now I put this bolt in here. I did find a 3.5 inch bolt, and then I'm going to weld this in here in between these two, right up against it, like that. Now I cut a small piece of angle iron. I wasn't so confident about this one over here, so I put another one right here. I'm going to weld that in.